Welcome back to Martial Path's YouTube channel. I'm Sensei Jim, and I will be your guide as always. Today we're going to be talking about the Shizentai Dachi. And so we find ourselves 20 years deep into the 21st century. And I believe we can all agree that stance training is very important in karate, if not every other codified martial arts system out there. And there are a litany of YouTube videos testifying to this fact. There are videos about leg strength training, there are videos about stretching, videos about balance training, the idea of technical proficiency, which leads to speed, accuracy, power, exercises in hand, foot, eye coordination. All these things are fantastic ideas and well worth exploring, and these videos are fairly well executed, if not well demonstrated. But if there's something that's missing, it seems to be, to me anyways, it's the Shizentai Dachi. And I think it's overlooked because it's the ugly duckling of the stance world. Most of us probably treat the Shizentai as something that we have to go through in order to get to something else. For example, at the beginning of a class, we're in a Shizentai Dachi, we're in line with all the other students, and they're all doing their Shizentais, and we're waiting for the sensei to take us through the bow-in process. And then we get back up onto our feet, we're back into our Shizentai Dachi, where we're waiting for the instructor to get on with the class, for reals this time. And that's probably the most common way you see Shizentai. Occasionally, if you have a generous sensei, like I've had for most of my career, they'll tell you to go into Shizentai, and they'll give you like a microscopic 5 or 6 second break where you get to catch your breath and wipe your brow. That's the kind of perspective that I want you to have with the Shizentai Dachi, is the fact that you think of it as a break. But instead of 5 or 6 seconds of a break, I want you to blow up that time frame to 50 or 60 minutes and really develop the idea that the Shizentai is an opportunity for stress management, because the natural stance, it's a fairly relaxed stance. You don't have to worry about leg strength training, balance, hand-eye, foot coordination, chi, maintaining technique, proficiency, all that stuff that usually goes along with all those other stances kind of goes away with the Shizentai Dachi. But at the same time, now you get to isolate individual techniques. You get to practice individual aspects of martial techniques, such as breathing practices. Instead of just trying to catch your breath, practice a certain kind of breath. 2 seconds in, 4 seconds out. The old 15-second breath from Qi Kung, you can do that if you want to. You can isolate and articulate your internals while being in Shizentai Dachi. It educates you, it gives you a visceral sense of what's going on. And even when you do a basic punch, when you pull that punch back, how does the shoulder blade feel? Think about it. That's an opportunity to analyze each individual technique and how it works. All this knowledge that you develop on an individual basis, it might be slower to do it that way, but it's probably more thorough a practice, because there's ample opportunity for analysis and therefore understanding. And when you have that understanding, that's when, well, that's the bedrock of formulating martial intent. And that's one of the most important concepts in all of martial arts. I'm Sensei Jim, and this is Martial Paths. Thank you.